Hey, this is Tim Derling from Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I don't have the lighting here like I normally would have. This is just a quick little video. 2 weeks from today is the major, epic road trip happening for Record Store Day with me and Will and Matt and Chad, Jeff. It's going to be great, but today kind of had a mini little, maybe a prelude, you might say, to Record Store Day. Did get some vinyl. I want to go over a few things that I got with you just now. First off, this is just a couple things I had ordered. Finally got around to getting this Rush Vapor Trails remix. This came out in, the original album came out in 2002, generally considered to be not very well mixed, so in 2013 they reissued it. I've heard two of the songs here from the retrospective 3, One Little Victory and Earthshine. I think it's those two. Those two sound a lot better, so looking forward to hearing the rest of the album. Back cover looks exactly like the original Vapor Trails album did. So, be checking that out. Another CD here. One I just never gotten around to getting. It's Tesla Gold. Like there's the Universal Gold series. There's a ton of these. And most of them are of little or no value to me, but the Tesla one I picked up, 2 discs, got a lot of songs on it, but it's got some previously unreleased songs and some B-sides. It's got things on it like Last Action Hero from the movie of the same name, it was from that soundtrack. It's got their version of Led Zeppelin's The Ocean that I never had. It appeared on, like, I think a deluxe version or international version of the Bust a Nut album, but it was originally recorded for the, remember the Econominium, I think it was called, the album, the Led Zeppelin tribute album that came out in '95. Well, Tesla apparently weren't hip or cool enough for that, so they'd recorded The Ocean and didn't get used. So it's here now. And some B-sides. There's a B-side, Love in Vain, which is a Robert Johnson blues tune, but it's most known because the Stones did it. I Ain't Superstitious, which is a Willie Dixon song. Jeff Beck Group featuring Rod Stewart did a version of that. That was a B-side. Rock the Nation was a B-side. That's a cover of course, the Sammy Hagar Montrose song. Children's Heritage was originally recorded by the band Blood Rock. That's on here now. I've got a version of that. And their version of Ledbetter's Cotton Fields, mostly known as the CCR version, that was the B-side to What You Give, which I used to have on a cassette single. So all those are included here. So very much worth picking up, and just a great collection of Tesla all in one place. And it goes beyond their first hits album, the Times Making Changes, because this has stuff from Into the Now. It has stuff from Reel to Reel. And like I said, all of those B-sides and or soundtrack songs. Now, it is missing something. I used to have the cassette single to The Way It Is, and the B-side of that was a great song called Run, 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 which was originally recorded by a group called JoJo Gunn. I don't know why they didn't throw that on here too, but it's record labels, so it's still Tesla Gold, worth picking up. Matt found at Second Spin in Fredericton. Shout out to my fellow radio cohort, Uncle Rob, and all the guys that work there. Someone unloaded a bunch of cassettes, and Matt messaged me and said, hey, what are you missing for Rush and Van Halen cassettes? I was like, well, not many, but I listed them off, and he found some for me, so I've got those now. This is one I never had on cassette ever. This is Rush Test for Echo from '96. This is a Canadian Anthem Records version. Now I have it to add to my cassette collection. And a couple Van Halen. A lot of times when a band would release a double CD, they'd have to put it on 2 CDs, but they could fit it all on one album. And sometimes they were so long they even had to put on 2 cassettes. And in '93, Van Halen did their live album, Right Here, Right Now. And it not only is it on 2 CDs, it's also on 2 cassettes. So here it is now, the front and back cover, each on 2 different cassettes. And that's what they look like on the side. So I got that now. And I've got this on record, actually. Just now, for the first time, have Van Halen Balance on cassette from '95. The last full album they did with Sammy. So far, anyway. No, I actually don't think there'll be another one. So that's the side of that. So yeah, some cassettes to add to the collection. And made a stop at Digital World in Fredericton. Found a few things. I'll get the things that are non-musical out of the way. You may have seen some of my other videos. I'm a big fan of the Atari 2600. Found a game I'd never had before, so I picked it up. What the heck? It was $4. This is the Atari Real Sports Tennis. Plug the Atari in and see if that works. Also completing some DVD collections. Got 3 DVD sets of The X-Files, Season 7, Season 8, and Season 9. Now I'm sure that the miniseries, Season 10, will be out eventually, but anyway, I got those. And a couple of really unexpected things. I wasn't expecting to pick up any vinyl today, but I saw a couple that surprised me, again at Digital World. Rush, Roll the Bones, never had this on record before. This is, if this is a reissue, it doesn't look like it is. It just says 1991 on here. There's nothing on here about this being a reissue. Maybe it is, I'm not sure, but glad to have this on record finally. You know what, this might have been reissued in the early 2000s when they reissued all the Atlantic albums. Didn't find Counterparts, which is the one after it, but I did find the same one you just saw in cassette, Test for Echo. So here we are. So I got 2 new Rush vinyl to add to my collection. Always a good thing. 2 more weeks from today is Record Store Day, and if you out there are anywhere close to a store that sells vinyl, it's just a fun day to hang out and just celebrate the music you love, no matter what it is. But for me, the classic rock guy, I'm excited about this. I've got already a couple things in mind I'd like to pick up, and we're definitely going to be documenting the Record Store Day experience. Definitely. Thanks for watching Tim's Vinyl Confessions. Tim's Vinyl Confessions. There, I said it.